guy to beat.
Our shots through round 9. Hopkins has doubled Taylor's connects, according to CompuBox, but Taylor has more than doubled Hopkins in the jab department. Interesting fight to score. Harold, how do you have it coming to the 10?
Hopkins, 87, 84, 6 rounds to 3. Jermaine Taylor. Jim, I'll tell you, as I said before, I think Jermaine Taylor is the bigger guy. When he lands, I think he's doing more damage, and I think Bernard Hopkins is guilty of landing one punch at a time. He doesn't double anything, and it's been a big problem for Hopkins.
I have the fight even, 4 rounds apiece, 1 even.
We've come to the last 3 rounds. As Pat Burns said, the championship rounds, this is where Hopkins is expected by conventional wisdom to take over.
And that's exactly what I see him doing right now.
Taylor doesn't appear to be as used up and as overeager and nervous as he was in the first fight, so I don't think that Hopkins can have that kind of success against him down the stretch.
If you're listening carefully to the commentary, you've noted that we have an interesting distribution of opinion. Harold Letterman thinks that Jermaine Taylor's winning the fight. Larry Merchant thinks the fight is basically even. Roy Jones thinks Bernard Hopkins is winning the fight. That's great.
I think the momentum is on Bernard Hopkins' side.
You don't necessarily think he's ahead on the scorecards at this moment, in other words.
No, I'm not necessarily saying that he's ahead or behind on the cards, but I know the momentum is definitely on his side.
As he landed a quick little right hand there. Tries to come back with another.
Fighting a very smart fight, making the younger guy fight his pace. He has Jermaine Taylor fighting behind him now, and it's definitely everything in his favor right now.
Hopkins seems to have seized the edge here earlier in the 10.
Well,
this is over the top.
You know, here we're going to find out whether Jermaine Taylor is worthy of being a champion. What he does in this next 7 minutes of action.
Straight right hand, drives Taylor back out of range. Left jab lands for Hopkins as Taylor was trying to come in. Right hand lands for Hopkins. Bernard's having a big round here in the 10.
And as long as Taylor keeps waiting on him, he's going to continue to have big rounds.
Taylor needs to try to beat Hopkins to the punch and go back to landing his jab. Hopkins' right hand was partially blocked, but the crowd liked it.
I've seen debaters hurt each other more than these guys.
10 rounds in the books. Will go to the 11th and the 12th.
It will. You okay? Get that, hey, Jermaine. Again, with the jab, you got to get your feet back underneath you. Your balance is off. Throw that jab, start working back underneath. You understand? You got to throw some punches now. You're just sitting there waiting to try to counterpunch him, and it's not going to work. Deep breath. You need these 2 rounds. You understand me? You need them. Okay? Suck it up. You land 2 shots.
What you want to do behind my right hand? You want to double the hook? You want to double the hook? All right, baby.
11th round, Bob.
We saw the CompuBox numbers indicating Hopkins has been the more accurate puncher since the beginning of the 7th round. Just as was the case in the first fight, Taylor seemed a little more active earlier in the fight. Taylor in the middle rounds seemed to be fighting his best yet against Hopkins, landing his jab. Bernard Hopkins is definitely the aggressor now. Right hand landed for Taylor. And another one. His 2 best punches in a while. And he rips Hopkins with a jab. Sudden rally for the Arkansas kid. Taylor's off to a great start in round 11. Big left hook. Maybe the best punch of the fight for Taylor.
And maybe he's catching his second win because now he's doing what he should have been doing all along. He's attacking Hopkins first.
Well, but also because Hopkins is not backing away as much. Hopkins knows that the fight is still in the balance. And if he wants to hit, he's going to get hit.
Suddenly, for a full minute, Taylor was able to impose his physicality on Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins needs a comeback in round 11 now.
Stop! Stop! Okay, stop now. Thank you.
Again, Taylor missing over the top. And when he fires the 1-2, and then they clinch, Hopkins loses time.
Yeah, but Taylor's overshooting himself very bad. And you'd hate to see him keep missing so big because every time he's just going too close to his target, and his punches are way over Bernard's head. Like that. He can't do anything once he gets that close to Bernard.
But Hopkins hasn't landed anything significant in the round, and Taylor's had 3 or 4 big shots.
I think it's fair to say, because we've talked so much about the first fight, that this is a much different fight. Taylor, being more relaxed, is into the late stages of the fight much better than he was in the first fight. Question is whether Hopkins has won enough middle rounds to get a decision right now.
Stop! Don't do another punch.
On the 3 judges' scorecards in the first fight, 2 judges gave each of the last 4 rounds to Hopkins, and of course Dwayne Ford famously gave the 9th, 10th, and 11th to Hopkins, but the 12th to Taylor. That was questionable. This would not be. Taylor has dominated the 11th round. Big left hook for Hopkins. Drives Taylor back.
Stop! That was you.
He relaxed on the clinch, and Bernard Hopkins caught him holding and landing a big
Now
shot.
Taylor feels like he needs to reinforce the statement he made earlier. And another left hook. Taylor seals the deal and makes sure in the 11th. The fight is on the table, going to the 12th.
All right, when did you wake up, Vince? We lost that round. We lost that round. They taking that round from us, you know this. X, we need the investments underneath. You heard him up top like last fight. We have to
Understand, all your movement is going to be away from the right hand. All the time, that little movement is right. You're going to make an adjustment. You're looking to keep the right hand short, and then come back up. Take the left hand, you understand?
My man.
Let him out this round.
You got it. That's all you got. That's all you got. Hard shit, X.
Big Bear.
X, you're winning the fight. You're not winning the politics. Yeah.
Big Bear.
That's dead.
Gubby, you got to have this round. It's dead even. Go,